In this video, what I want to do is introduce the concept of a ratio. So as you can see here, we have some apples and we have some oranges. And we are asked to find the ratio. Let me change colors here. We are asked to find the ratio between apples, apples, and oranges. So before we can determine the ratio, we need to understand exactly what a ratio is. So a ratio just gives the relationship between the quantities or the number of two things. So to start by determining the ratio between the apples and oranges, we first need to count the apples and oranges. So as we can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 apples. Six. Just a second. We have six apples, two, three, and three. 3 times 3 is 9 oranges. Let me change the color again on this. To 9 oranges. Just like you can reduce fractions, you can reduce ratios as well. So we need to find a number that both of these numbers right here, 6 and 9, are divisible by. And it just so happens that both of these numbers are divisible by 3. So we can divide 6 by 3, which gives us 2. 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 2, 3. So our ratio is 2 to 3. 2 apples to 3 oranges rather. And the proper notation or the way of writing a ratio is to replace this 2 here with a colon. So we would write this ratio as 2 colon 3. So the ratio of apples to oranges is 3. And keep in mind the order of which the items are listed does matter. So you can imagine that if we were asked the ratio, let me change colors again. If we were asked the ratio between oranges and apples, we would count them in reverse order. So for example, the ratio to start out with would be 9, and then we use the colon to separate them. 9 to 6, which of course you can divide both by 3, which would leave you with 3 to 2. So keep in mind that order does matter when we are determining ratios. Let's continue on to another problem. Find the ratio between the blue triangles and the red squares. Okay, so here we need to count. Remember, we need to count each of the items so that we can determine the ratio. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 blue triangles. Remember, the colon is how we separate them. 15 blue triangles to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red squares. And now that we have the numbers written down, we need to find a number that both of these are divisible by, which of course is 5. So we divide the 15 by 5, which leaves us with 3. I use the colon. We divide 5 by 5, and any number divided by itself is equal to 1. So the ratio between blue triangles and red squares is 3 to 1. 3 to 1. Now let's move on to the last problem. What is the ratio of dogs? It's supposed to be dogs, not dog. The ratio of dogs to the total number of animals. Well, let's start by counting off the dogs, and first let me assign a color to each one just so that it's a little bit easier to see. We'll let dogs be green and cats be total number of animals be purple. total number of animals be purple. So first we need to count up the amount of dogs. So we can see here we have 1 dog, 2 dog, 3 dog, 4 dogs. So the ratio of dogs to total number of animals starts with 4. And remember, we use the colon to separate the numbers. The total number is the ratio of dogs to the total number of animals. So it's not the ratio of dogs to cats, it's the ratio to dogs to all of the animals combined. So you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 total animals here. And we can search for a number that both 4 and 7 are divisible by, which there isn't. 4 has factors of 1 in itself, and of course 2, and 7 is just 1 in itself. So there's nothing we can do here. And you can imagine that if they asked for the ratio of the total number of animals first, and then the ratio of that to dogs, it would be 7. It would be 7 to 4.